Why not leave everything behind and go to some isolated place? How many of you have had this liberating idea of being alone, taking refuge from the prying eyes of strangers, from the expectations of others, from meetings, from constant running around? Time spent alone can be good for you. Why? I'd like to share with you 6 reasons why you should consider it. Solitude and seclusion are most valuable for people with introverted traits, but extroverts can also benefit from it, even though they enjoy being surrounded by people. Solitude, the conscious decision to be alone for a period of time, can have valuable results for anyone. Reason number 1. Solitude helps you get to know yourself better. To really be alone, first you have to put away your cell phone, tablet, and laptop. With social media and instant messaging, you're not really alone. It may be difficult for some people to cut this off for any length of time, but it's an important step in getting to know yourself. For some people, putting their cell phone away can cause symptoms similar to addiction withdrawal: stress, nervousness, sweaty hands. If you experience any of these symptoms, you know what I'm talking about. But when you're alone, you will begin to do something that comes from within. You'll be able to hear your inner voice that won't be drowned out by other people's opinions. You can experience many of these things, for example, hiking alone in the mountains. This gives you a lot of time to think about yourself, about others, about what is true about you and what isn't, what you may be pretending and what is real. Being aware of yourself is very important. It is one of the most important steps on the way to becoming a better person or healing from a difficult experience. Learning to be alone is a very important lesson. Number 2. You can choose solitude without loneliness. The many benefits of spending time by yourself can be enjoyed without having to be a hermit. You can have a family and friends and still choose to spend time alone. I remember a conversation I had with a man I met hiking in the mountains many years ago when I was a teenager. At that time, I could not understand how a middle-aged man could choose a mountain trail as his holiday destination rather than some faraway paradise. I thought that when you're in your 40s, you take your family on a luxurious vacation in the Caribbean. This guy, who had a good job and a family in a big city, was there by himself. He said it was his annual ritual to leave his house for a month and enjoy the mountains alone, wherever his feet would take him. Now I understand him perfectly, both in terms of being overwhelmed with day-to-day life and with finally being free from social pressure. When nearly everyone goes to the same beach, you can go the other way and head to some remote mountain. Choosing solitude can give you more confidence and a sense of ownership of your life. Number 3. Solitude teaches us to relate to others. If you can consciously choose to be by yourself, you will never be in a relationship for fear of being alone. It gives you freedom to choose relationships because they're valuable, not out of fear of loneliness. This is a very important takeaway. This is not about the fact that when we're alone we realize whom we miss the most. Of course, that's also an interesting element of self-awareness. But more importantly, we're not afraid of loneliness, so it is not in that context that we choose to be with someone we like, who positively contributes to our life. At the same time, we stop using our friends and family as an excuse to escape from our problems. Number 4. Solitude is a lesson in discomfort. There is no doubt that humans are social animals. We develop, grow, and realize ambitious plans in communities. Therefore, conscious isolation, particularly for people addicted to social media or those who are in absorbing relationships, can be an important lesson of dealing with discomfort. In addition to making you aware of your problems or addictions, solitude will test your resilience. Through discomfort, you will learn conscious and unconscious methods for dealing with these situations. Try to resist old habits and let solitude inspire you to do something you haven't done in a long time, like reading a book or going for a walk. Number 5. Solitude helps you make plans. It's no secret that when planning daily activities, we need some quiet time. But we can do an entirely different kind of planning when we choose to be alone for a while. I'm not talking about your everyday to-do list. I'm talking about a broader plan. Why am I doing what I'm doing? Where is this going? What are my biggest life goals this year, in the next few years? The best life plans are made in solitude. Why? Because you have space to think, and those plans are yours, only yours. Solitude allows you to think more clearly, which brings up the final point. Point number 6. Solitude increases your creativity. When we are in isolation, we focus better and can think more clearly about a particular issue, which also increases our creativity. We can think about our ideas, flesh them out, and make them easier to implement. But that type of creativity is particularly useful when it comes to solving problems. Far from any pressures or influences, you can think about an issue and make the best and sometimes unexpected decisions. The true beauty of life doesn't come from solitude itself. It comes from learning to live with yourself. If you feel good with yourself, that means you can be yourself, and that's a very liberating and enjoyable feeling. A feeling that I wish you in great quantities. For now, I thank you for your time, and remember, be extraordinary.